Saturday, July 9th, 2022. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss a film that's on Netflix from Indian cinema, and I have two different ways of pronouncing it because I looked it up and it gave me both an American and a British pronunciation. Here's the American pronunciation. Andhadhun, and then here it is in British. Andhadhun. So, and I would have said Andhadhun. So, who knows? Tell me if one of those three is correct. Anyway, it's the Daily Review with your host, me, Professor Joe LaRocca. Why is the computer making booping noises? All right, let's settle in here. I tried to get the squeak out of the microphone by oiling it up. Didn't work. Still just... It's like we're on a ship. Now it just does that. Just kind of raises on its own. Okay, this film stars Ayushmann Khurrana and Taboo and some other people, and it's directed by Sriram Raghavan. There you go. I'm not being disrespectful. Even when I look them up, I say them wrong. So I'm gonna stop letting that deter me from reviewing. There's literally sometimes the movie's so I can't tell what the title is. So I'm like, I'm not gonna review that, which is stupid. Okay, so this is on Netflix for my American viewers. It is a dark comedy, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino vibe to it, and it poses the question: what is life? It depends on the liver. Right off the bat. And it starts with a farmer hunting a one-eyed rabbit, like a Peter Rabbit type situation, and then the farmer takes a shot with his gun, causing some sort of car accident. We don't see what happens, and you're like, oh, it's some sort of metaphor, possibly. Because then we go on to our protagonist, who is a piano player who is blind, and we see him going through his day, and he has a chicken tikka sub at Subway, which we don't have in the United States, but I bet is very good. I bet it's not good because it's Subway, but you know what I mean. I'd prefer that than... Anyway, and then we see an older Bollywood, it seems like, star, or Indian cinema star that's kind of past their prime, and he's got a young wife played by Taboo named Simi, and there's nefarious plans in the works, if you feel like, and then a woman, Sophie, accidentally hits our main character Akash in the road, and the father owns a restaurant, so it needs a piano player, so everybody's starting to get tied together, and then the old guy comes in and here's the piano man, and is like, come and play for my anniversary or whatever it is, private concert. And when he goes, this is the real thing. The real first plot point, though, is, and I'm going to spoil something, but it happens in the first 20 minutes, he's not actually blind. He's pretending to be blind to get more attention as a piano player, which is not a good idea, obviously. And then, so he ends up being witness to a murder, the murder of the old star who invited him over, essentially. And it starts chaotically falls, like in a slapstick comedy way, dark slapstick, if that's a genre, of like a cascading series of worsening events till we get to, obviously, things that need to be dealt with, like him lying about his blindness and stuff like that. And so I won't really talk anymore about the plot, because then from that point on, it's a roller coaster, as they say, and it is quite fun. It is like dramatic irony, the movie, though. It's a cautionary tale, and if you know like narrative structure and stuff, within like once you get that twist, there's a lot of twists and turns, actually, and a lot of them are very good, but the ultimate conclusion I kind of started sussing out about halfway through. I was like, okay, well, there's not too many ways this can go, but then there were still things that still surprised me. I didn't find it like laugh out loud funny, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that, but I definitely, it's like yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much you laugh at people tend to laugh at irony. I don't know how much that happens, but it's it's kind of more like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see it as like a laugh out loud thing. There's a few little moments that are really like that made me smile because I was like, that's really clever. Like he has to keep playing the piano while they're moving the body out in that earlier scene, and he's not actually blind, but they think he's blind, so he has to pretend like he's not witnessing a body getting stuffed into a bag and stuff. So there's like some really great stuff. But overall, I didn't love it. It kind of feels like it's like a really good version of those late 90s, early 2000s kind of Pulp Fiction-y ripoffs, where they kind of mistook all the coincidences and the humor and the violence as like what made it work, when in actuality it is partially those things, but it's more the depth of the characters and I think a deeper conflict that's happening under the surface of all of the quote-unquote fiction. Whereas here it's a little bit less of that, I feel, in the dialogue. It's not Tarantino dialogue, obviously. But what is, might I ask you? But I do think it is quite good. I think it translates well to, I don't know, as an American, I didn't find anything culturally confusing about it or anything that I thought, oh, somebody wouldn't get that because of blah, 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 very simple, very, well, not simple at all. Simple, I guess, in that the simple layout of the plot, but then it gets complicated and everything is crazy. And I enjoyed it, and I thought the end, yeah, like, I don't know, it's just a little bit, I thought that the end was a little bit unsubtle. That's what I'll say. This is not a very subtle movie, and it's not trying to be. So it achieves its goal, and I remember seeing this ad, being like, what is that movie about? That poster. Sorry, I have to look that way because it's reversed. Anyway, I did enjoy it, and at first I was like, this guy's not a very good actor. Like, I don't really like believe that he's blind, and I don't believe that he's like playing the piano very well. And then and imagine if I'd shut it off and done a review, how stupid I would have looked. It's like, yeah, he's not blind. That's the point. He's not great at the piano yet, or super great at it, So anyway, I liked it. So, see, I oiled it. Now it has a mind of its own. What have I done? I'm gonna have to like, how do you unoil something? Like add sand to it or something? Anyway, okay, take it easy, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, you can like and subscribe if you like to subscribe. I'm here every single day. You can be here as much as you want. I have to give this a grade, and I will give it a B. Sorry if that's a bit low for you, but I liked it. I thought it was good. But I'm not like super pumped to find other movies from this guy, or I don't know. Didn't do what some of the other Indian cinema films have done, or some of the other films, non-Indian, recently that I've enjoyed. But I do recommend it, and it is very well made. Yes, though the first half hour feels like a sitcom, but I think that's intentional. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the weather if where you are has nice weather like it does here in New England. And in the heart of New England, Massachusetts. And in the heart of Massachusetts, Boston. And in the heart of Boston, Somerville. And in the heart of Somerville, Somerville Ave. In the heart of Somerville Ave, my address. It's like a raptor.